what's kind of the focus of playing these guys tonight? Obviously, you saw them this week too, but what's kind of been the message in practice?
I think our message is definitely we want to win. I think that's what matters the most. I think we played a very solid game of probably around 40 minutes. There were times where we were the better team, and there were times where we gave up easy chances, and those are the things we got to eliminate to make it hard on the Rangers. Other than that, I think it's just a matter of how prepared we are of really wanting to take the next step and becoming a better team in the standings, and obviously that's one of the teams we got to beat for that.
Defensively, I know you guys are still meshing, growing as a group. Where are you guys at in that process? I know it's still very early on, but do you like where you're at right now?
Yeah, I think it's not a bad spot at all. We just got to make sure we're better in our D zone, especially on faceoffs. I think we're giving up 2 goals now on faceoff plays that shouldn't be anywhere near where we want it to be, and then just make sure you're good on your tracks, that we're sorting out who's coming late, who's picking up who, and eliminate offense for them as quick as possible. And I think those are kind of the areas we got to work on and definitely improve.
A couple guys talked yesterday about how when your guys' power play is clicking, it's fast, it's up-paced, the passes are crisp. Do you agree with that? And in your eyes, what makes your power play when it's going well good?
I think just instinct is taking over at some point. I mean, people are getting tired, especially the killers, and then you gotta just take over by seeing the right play. And it's not like we're not creating anything. I think still, if you look back, I think at least we created good momentum for the team, even though we getting rewarded for our looks. And obviously, as specialty teams, that's something we always want to win every night, and that's something we can control in our own hands. We gave up a PK goal and didn't get one on the power play, and obviously then it's hard to win.
How important is it? I mean, teams have slow starts and you can still come back from them, but I mean, the way the schedule is this first month, the division's always so tough. You can't dig yourself too big of a hole.
No, it's not like we played bad. I mean, I think we had one bad game, and that was against Pittsburgh, and had a really solid game against Nashville at home, and played a really good team on the road where, where we should played or at least had a little bit different outcome. And I think we shouldn't be too hard on ourselves. We should just be excited for having another great challenge tonight, and I think things will fall in our favor as long as we stay with the process, and that's most important.
Thanks, Mo.
Dirk, Larkin and Kopp didn't skate today. Are they good to go tonight?
They're good to go. We just had a little something going through our team there. Just thought it was best to keep them off, but they'll be good to go tonight.
And Fisher, is he ready to go? Or?
Yeah, Fisher will be in the lineup tonight. He's ready to go. He responded very well after practice yesterday.
It's the same 12 forwards.
Yep. Fish in for Watson. Correct.
Which D will play tonight?
We're going to put Gus back in for Johansson, and then the other 5 will stay the same.
A couple of the guys talked about how they thought they played a good first and second period, then the third kind of tapered off. In your eyes, what went well or what was good in that first 2 periods against you?
Well, I didn't mind our entire game. 5-on-5 wise, pretty good. Lost a special teams battle. Watching it back, we probably could have done a little more offensively to get to the net. But our track wasn't great against a team like that. We gave up a face-off goal. Power play goal, face-off goal, difference in the game. So I do like the fact we're playing the same opponent of this caliber coming off a game which we were okay but not good enough. And it's an opportunity to try to play more of a complete game tonight.
Does that make, when you're playing the same opponent back-to-back, kind of adjustments a little easier, or knowing what to do?
Yeah, I think you can build off some of your scout against them, but just a really well-coached team, extremely well-structured, great in all 3 facets of the game, great in all 3 positions. So there'll be some growth from where we were last night, but a little continuity, of course, playing the same opponent. Oh yeah, I think so. It's hard. It's talented, and again, it's watching that back, I like some looks we had. We had some chances. Again, you'll take that type of game on the road against that opponent with a lot of chances, but I still think it's a little about us where we could have done a little bit more. Today's NHL goalie, you have to be hard on them, especially those elite 1%ers, which you alluded to. You just got to do a little bit more.
You talked about the importance of getting off to a good start, and you talked about that all through camp. And not to use the term must win this early in the season, but how important is it to make sure you stay on track?
Stay on track is the thing. You know, when you look back at your body work, we knew these 5 games were going to be very difficult with the opponents we were facing, and you know, we do a pretty good job of judging ourselves and process. And in reality, we've probably played 7 pretty good periods, 3 or 4 really good, a couple stinkers in there. You know, most probably all 32 coaches probably battling the same. So it's been good, but we need to stay on it. Again, especially tonight, I think we have to be really sharp in our entire game over 60 minutes to get a result.
To clarify on being hard on a goaltender, is that shot quality, volume, where you're shooting from?
Bodies to the net, making him go east-west. If he's seeing stuff, it's just most goalies. I mean, I go back to our 2 goals against Nashville. We had presence at the net, 2 guys out the net, an outnumber situation, and even our 1 goal versus Sturkin the other night was an east-west. So I just think a little more of that, you know, to increase your percentage and producing some offense.
How long does it take, do you think, for a group into the season to have the structure kind of down? Like, obviously, you'd love to have it at the end of camp.
Yeah, I don't know if it's so much structure now; it's consistency in your structure. I mean, you look at bits and parts of that Nashville game. You look at bits and parts of our New York game last game. Again, our 5-on-5 structure, some things we wanted to accomplish, you know, within our D zone, within our neutral zone, pretty darn good. But I think it's consistency in it. You know, we lose 20 minutes of the second period against Pittsburgh, and we end up on the bad side of it. So I think it's more about consistency in your structure.
Do you expect to see that kind of thing, you know, 2 weeks into the season, a month into the season, or is just get there as quick as you can?
You hope as soon as possible. And again, I'd like to sit here with some better results, but for the most part, again, over 9 periods, we've done some pretty good things, but we need more of it and more consistency with it, especially with the type of opponent we're rifling through.
Is one way to gauge the structure or how effective it is just chances for?
Yep, yeah, chances for. I think that probably those slot chances you're giving up. You know, those grade A's versus grade B's, zone time. You know, there's some things you can judge, but you can get a pretty good feel of your group after most nights.
Kind of segueing Max's thing, it's like October does seem like a strange month around him. That you see some weird scores, and I mean, do teams still trying to get their structure?
I think so. I think it's just. It sounds crazy. There's a little the pressure of it, the magnitude of it. You know, we lose the Pittsburgh game on opening night after a good start, and it feels like the end of the world. We pitch a shutout versus Nashville. You're on a high. So I think, you know, maintaining an even keel, concentrate on things you can concentrate on, your structure, your compete, improving your game. I think that's what's important early on. Thanks, guys.